Hey there, Kingdom Builders, Crown Up Nation. It's your girl, Danny Roy from DannyRoy.com. And I want to tell y'all a story that happened to me, like literally, like within a few days. So I was working with someone, and the person that I was working with, um, we connected through social media. And come to find out, the person that I was working with, I ended up getting scammed, right? Now, I need you to understand that social media can be a blessing and social media can be a curse, but be mindful of who's who, like really dig deep into this. And sometimes, people be like, oh no, I'll never get scammed. No, it can't happen to me. No, scamming is everywhere, even not on social media, okay? And I just want you to be aware of. But the story does not end there, okay? So outside of me getting scammed, I have just relocated to another state, and I'm so excited about all of the opportunities and adventures and new relationships and stuff that I am and will be establishing in this new time. But I need you to understand that when God goes ahead of you and when He sets the path, I need you to understand that it is so imperative to stay focused on the path. Like, the enemy will send things your way to get you distracted. Like, literally, he will send you things your way to get you to distracted to the point where you're like, Lord, like, what's going on, right? And so when I found out that the lady that I was working with or alongside of was a scam, I was just like, are you serious? I immediately blocked her because I'm like, I'm not a scammer. I don't want to be connected to scammers. I don't need to be connected with nobody that don't serve me for my highest good in this season or the next season, okay? But let me tell you what God did, because I was putting my information out, and I also was looking for like part-time employment as I build my business where I am, right? It's so crazy because as I was doing that, like, I ended up coming across a young lady that I actually got on the phone with today. And so she was asking me what did I do prior to, and I was telling her that I was a hairstylist and I also was a creative back home, and I still assist people with their small business needs. And so she was just like, "Oh, hair, well, I know you call for this, but can you send me some pictures of your work and everything?" Now I'm like, "Okay, I got you." I've been kind of trying to not get away from hair, but I'm trying to, reestablish. I've been doing hair for since 2009, and sometimes it's hard to break out of a field, and not necessarily to say that you're going to completely break out of it, but I've been led to go in a different direction, but I had a vision that I wrote down, and God had me write this down, and I wanted to cater towards the children more so, and I still wanted to be creative. I still wanted to help people with their small business needs, and I still wanted to, do hair, but I was doing it around the youth, the young people. This is what the Lord put in my spirit, right? So the Bible says, write the vision, make it plain. So I'm writing the vision, making it plain. And I'm like down here and I'm like, God, you said you would never leave me nor forsake me. Like, this is really a faith walk, right? So let me tell you how I'm talking to the lady. She gives me her cell phone number directly so that I can send her some information on the services that I offer. So I'm thinking that I'm sending this young lady a message, right? No. Since not sending the young lady a message, I'm totally, completely messaging someone else. And so at this point, I'm like, oh, shoot. So they was like, I ended up sending, my flyers, my pictures and stuff that I do, right? And they were like, well, I don't know who you are, but you do some amazing work. And I'm just like, well, thank you. I really appreciate that. And so they were like, well, I said, I'm so sorry. Like, I felt real crazy, but I was just like, all right, Lord, whatever your will is, just let it be. I was like, oh, shoot. So I ended up actually texting the lady that I was supposed to text, right? And so he was like, well, I don't know the young man. It was a young man that I ended up texting. He said, well, look, I work at a school and I know I can get you some clients if you don't mind me passing along your information. Now, mind you, I'm like, Lord, I'm new here. I don't have anything here, but God will always make the way. So he'll always make the way. And so, of course, in my mind, I'm like, I'm an entrepreneur. I operate in the spirit of entrepreneurship. I just so happen to be a creative. Like, this is what I do. I love creating content. I love helping people create, whatever it is that they need so that they can have an effective running business. If I help them become confident in front of the camera, I help them, with their beauty tips on the side. These are things that I do. These are things that I've been doing for the longest time. And sometimes you don't put a title on it because this is just naturally what you do until God says, hey, well, go in that lane. And so I just so happen to do hair. And so all of this coincides. And then I'm an artist. I draw and I paint. These things are real. Now, y'all get the videos of, the prophetic stuff that God used me. That's the spiritual side. That's the ministry that comes out from day to day. But ultimately, I am a creative. This is who and what I am. Like, I've been this way since I was a kid. Okay. I didn't see it coming, but he did that, and he did that just for me. And I believe that he wanted to remind me that he was still with me. Even when you don't think that I'm working, I'm still working. Even when you don't see or feel that I'm working, I'm still working. I never stop working. You got that song, even when I don't see that you're working. Even when I don't feel that you're working, you never stop working. So I had an opportunity to work, and I still have the opportunity, but I actually moved into a different part of the state that I'm living in. And so because of that, it's like the commute would be a little bit more, than what I would have thought. But God still has that opportunity set. So I say all of this to say God is moving and he is working. Even in your new places, someone who's moving or has moved, and you're like, Lord, I thought that things were going to go this way, but Lord, you're taking me in a whole different direction. Not even a different direction. You're causing me to literally have faith. When you said that you would go ahead of me, in which he has, he's literally gone ahead of me in ways that I have not or would have never even thought, and created an opportunity or opportunities for me that I never would have thought. And I must say that, being here, just gives me a place to just be free and just be able to kind of like start anew. And so I was just like, Lord, this is how we starting it, because I was like, this ain't it. This not gonna fly. I need you to understand that your girl is human. And I'd be like, Lord, come on. What's going on? What are we doing? And so I had to like go pray. God is working. He's working. He's working not just on me, not just for me, but he's working with me. And I have to understand that as a co-creator, God will use the foolish things. And I've been saying this for a while, to confound the wise. And I just want to encourage somebody that if you are at a place where you're like, Lord, I just started a new year and I'm not exactly sure where it's going to go. I know I've been trusting you and I thought I actually had a plan, but somehow you got me over here like, Lord, what's going on? He'll throw things in your path just to see if you're going to trust him or not. And the key is to trust him. Despite what it looked like, despite what it feel like, despite what it seemed like, because ultimately God is in control of it all. And I promise you, he's going to come and he's going to put you on top of the totem pole, and you're going to be like, wow, I didn't even see that blessing coming. Wow, I didn't see you do that for me. Wow, I didn't. Okay. See, my prayer is like, Lord, I want to be on my own schedule. I have not worked a 9-to-5 in about 7 years. And when you haven't, you don't want to go back to that. You're like, Lord, I just need my schedule to be my own, but I need to build momentum. And so this is why I'm consistent. This is why I get on social media. This is why I post, on my pages and my platforms. Now, when God speaks to me to do words and to deliver words, now that I post because the Lord told me to, and I'm going to be obedient. And whoever don't like it, don't like it. Whoever like it. Look. That ain't got nothing to do with me. My job is to be in alignment with the word is, what the word of God is saying, and to deliver it to the people so that I can warn you guys accordingly. But outside of that, yeah, it gets real out here in these spiritual streets. So y'all continue to pray for me. Y'all continue to have faith, continue to believe. We are in this new year and I'm excited about it. Let's get into this new year, y'all.